Hello again, let's talk about mobcaps. In your normal world, all types of mobs will spawn around all the players that are online. Once the number of mobs for a specific type reaches a maximum value, you've reached the mobcap and no more mobs of this type will be spawned. If now another player joins the game and the number of chunks loaded by players increases, the mobcap gets a new maximum mob count allowed for spawning. Now mobs can spawn around the new player too. And here starts the problem. Since the mobs spawn evenly across the whole map, the new player only gets a few mobs before the new cap is reached, because most of the mobs which are counted are still loaded around the old player. And if mobs are loaded in the spawn chunks, no one of the two players will get mobs. This usually happens with peaceful mobs, since they don't despawn naturally. The solution to this problem is really easy. Instead of one mobcap for the whole world, we just need a mobcap for each individual player. Around both players, mobs will spawn like usual, and if one of the players reaches his mobcap, no mobs will spawn in the area around him anymore. But since the other player has not reached his mobcap, mobs will still be able to spawn for him, until he also reaches his personal cap. And if several players share a few chunks, well, then mobs spawning in those shared chunks will be counted for all those players equally, while the rest of the chunks are still counted per player. And as long as the players are not near the spawn, mobs in there won't have any effect at all. So, even if Sankan likes to keep his 200 friends here, if I go a few 100 or 1000 blocks away, I still get the normal amount of mobs. Or I can go back and join the party.